Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about H delay, which is actually going to be the first delay we have on our second bus right here. So as the other buses, make sure you have your bus on stereo, but we're going to get into what each of these knobs do, what is delay, and just kind of the nuts and bolts of why that you need this plugin on your vocal chain. So basically, delay is actually going to create a delay on your signal. So think about just basically an echo, similar to that. So it's going to, let's say you say something, it's going to have it repeat. But like, let's say you can set the time of when that repeated or delayed signal is going to be. So right here is the delay timing. So what you're going to want to first do is actually set the BPM, the same BPM as what you have. And even if you create a template, you're always going to want to check back on this plugin and make sure you change the BPM because it doesn't update automatically. So you have to put it in manually. So change the BPM first and then find the right speed on delay. So for example, let me turn it all the way up just so we can really get it clear. You see how it creates that delayed signal? Obviously it's extreme because I turned it to the max, but if I were to put it on negative 164, you see the echoes are really tight. There's not as much delay. So the shorter the ratio, like the more tight the echoes are going to be. But then if it's 1/2 or 1 bar later, that means it's going to be half a bar later the delay. 1 whole bar later the delay. So I like to keep it at 1/2 just so you can actually really hear it, because when you put it too low at like 1/64th, it almost creates this like layering effect because the echoes are so tight it's almost layered on top of your original vocal. There's also the ping pong effect, which is ping pong is like it goes from left to right. I normally leave this off, but you can put the ping pong effect if you want it for that song. This BPM is important because you just always have that click because it clicks the BPM and you can time it up. This lo-fi, basically, if you click it or on or off, it kind of gives it a little lo-fi analog sound. I like to keep it on. It gives it a cool sound. This modulation is basically creates a little bit of movement and depth and space. So I normally keep these really low, like 5. And below like 0.25, but let's see how. You see how kind of has that weird depth sound when you put it all the way at 100. So I normally keep it pretty low, and this feedback is going to control the buildup of all the echoes. So you want to keep this low to avoid having too much buildup. It's going to make your mix sound less clear if you have the feedback too high. So kind of keep it low. It causes like the buildup of all the echoes. If I were to put it all the way max, you see it's a lot of buildup. You see, but if I put it low, yeah, exactly. You see, you want it low. And then this high pass, low pass filter is also just, as we were talking about the EQ, like a regular high pass, low pass filter. I like to cut out a little bit on the high pass and a little bit on the low pass. It's up to you, but it does make it sound a little bit cleaner because you don't want too much delay from those, low frequencies or super high frequencies. It can just make your mix a little bit less clear. This analog adds different types of analog to your signal depending on what option you put. And then this dry wet is just, the same as any other dry wet. Balances the dry signal with the delayed signal, whatever the plugin's doing. So that's pretty much it when it comes to this plugin. I normally have it second, and it sounds really good. It's a clean reverb. I think it'll add a little bit of, extra sauce to your vocals, let it set in the mix really nice. So I really do like H delay. So that's pretty much it when it comes to this plugin. Yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next video.